All right, we are live. The It Gets Better, I Swear podcast for 7:30:17. How you doing?
What's up? Merc with the mic here.
All right,
Joining you again.
fresh off of Wrestling Babble.
Yes. Seeing that we talk about wrestling babble, I gotta go straight to my first topic
Please,
today.
please.
All right,
Let's just
so
wait. Let's just introduce the show. This is
yes, go.
RedCycloneInc's It Gets Better, I Swear podcast.
Yes, we
We
do.
do pop culture. We do anything and everything: comic books, video games, wrestling, movies. You name it, we do it. So let's get to talking.
And make fun of Jenkins
Oh, this follow Jenkins.
and making fun of him.
So what you got?
All right, so yeah, I should have did this on the bad one. I completely forgot, and then I looked at it recently, and I'm like, ugh. All right. So WWE 2K18 decided to prolong their collector's edition, so it could be a big announcement for what it is.
And
So
what's
they were
that
like,
mean?
Thursday night, it's gonna be a big reveal. You never seen anything like this.
Okay.
It reveals, and it's called the Seen Enough edition.
Is that a good thing or a bad
Cena
thing?
Enough.
Is that a good? No, I get it, but is it
Yeah.
like is this the
All
last
right.
time Cena?
It's a big John Cena for 15 years. It's a celebration of John Cena and whatnot. Yeah, whatever. My problem with it is the lack of shit that's inside this collector's edition. They're giving you a figure that looks like John Cena is like has his shirt tucked in. Like when the fuck John Cena has his shirt tucked in?
Never. Actually,
The action figure looks like he has a shirt tucked in. He has like his daddy pants.
excuse me.
Yeah,
Casual Cena.
it looks really retarded. Like my biggest gripe with it is like, yo, at least you put a statue.
I thought it was gonna be like it's not DLC and a bunch of like costumes and
It is
cosmetic stuff.
DLC. It is DLC and stuff, but there's always that one big thing that's inside it. Like, I think 2K15 had the Hollywood Hogan pop.
Oh, really? Okay.
I know the 2K13 was Undertaker had like the 21-0 shit. Last year's was Finn Balor in the NXT edition.
Oh, okay.
And
So
that
this
actually was
one,
a statue.
is like nothing compared to those.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we got this toy. We're just gonna put the Cena Enough shirt on it and go with that.
I don't know. It just sounds funny. It sounds like they're retiring Cena. It's like, oh, you've seen enough. Here you
Yeah.
go. No more.
Well, I think this marks his 15th year in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I understand. Like if you're gonna have it celebrated his career, yeah, no, sure. He had 15 years. He's been doing, and honestly, the last 5 years probably has been his best.
Yes, I think so.
But at least give me something worth paying $150 for.
True. Okay.
And that's
All
what
right.
bothered me most with it is like it's very cheap, and like most people are gonna buy it just to play as RVD
Oh,
because
he's one of
RVD
the
is one,
DLCs?
yeah. Because last one, the NXT takeover, the NXT edition,
Mm-hmm.
you got Shinsuke, Apollo Crews, and Nia Jax early, so you had to wait at least maybe a good 6 months before you were able to play any of those in the actual game if you didn't get the NXT edition.
Oh wow, that's a big. That's like
Yeah.
the Sony's types of time release. You know what I mean? Exclusives, man.
Yeah. So if you didn't get that edition, you had to wait on them.
Okay.
Or if you didn't get you could have got it off the Ocean or the deluxe edition also.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, it's RVD and Batista and that
Really,
edition, and it's
Batista.
because he did have a big rivalry with Batista and shit. And some of the matches they reliving are his biggest RVD ECW ones. I think they're gonna have the one night stand arena.
So wouldn't they have like a special edge? Because remember the motorcycle helmet?
Yeah.
That was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, no, but it's just I think it's those two bonus characters, and you get two skins for John Cena. You get the ECW One Night Stand John Cena, and you get the 2015 John Cena with the orange shirt, which is not much difference.
Yeah.
You could just change the
Really?
color of the fucking shorts, and there you go. You got Cena.
pretty much the same guy.
So I feel that it's a waste of money, and I'm a little disappointed at 2K18. You could have done something with Kurt Angle and had a Kurt Angle edition
Sure.
with like cheap. You could have probably gave us bullshit replica gold medals, and I think it would sell better than the Cena Enough film.
Or you could have put a Jason Jordan and a Kurt Angle pop together.
There you go.
And you know, it's a play on the word pop. There you go.
The pop that says reunited, and it feels so good.
It's true. It's damn true.
It's there. All right, so that's my rant for the 2K18
Okay.
collector's edition that you postponed about a month after the release of the characters and shit to tell me that
So
is
you said no buy?
I just pre-ordered the deluxe edition. Like I'm gonna get the game. I looked at games. I play them all the time. I liked 2K17. I wish there was more in depth into it, but I did enjoy it. But I'm hoping 2K18. What I'm reading so far, it has the biggest roster of different players that they ever had. But
So spanning all the eras?
no, it has the. You see, this is my big thing, and this is my other big thing with 2K. I do not want legends anymore. I want the particular legends like Austin, Rock. That's fine. I will use them. Don't give me the fucking Bruno Sammartino or Dino Bravo or some shit like that when they all wrestle the same way and they are really old fashioned. So they have maybe 6 moves that they all do the same thing. Like you had the fucking what's the tag team? The Michael Hayes. The Michael Hayes, Freebirds. You had the Freebirds, and you had Arnie and Arn Anderson and then shit like that on in there, right?
Yeah.
They all had the same move set.
Oh wow.
They all really this old fashioned shit like that. I'm tired of having all these legends in the game. Like you're racing spots that you could give to the newer roster, and I want a more updated game. I want all the guys of the current roster. I could care less about the legends. I really can't care less about them. I never use them.
I guess they don't, but they don't put any bad. Okay, what was the ones for 2017?
They
were they
did,
any?
pretty much the Hall of Fame of last year. They were all in it. So DDP, the Freebirds. You had who else? I just said him.
Well, I know Jim Cornette, but you don't play as him, right?
Yeah, but it was like all the Hall of Famers and things like that. But my biggest gripe with it is the fact that I don't use these characters, and these usually are wasted spots that you could put more characters in it that people kind of want to use, especially with 205 being a big thing. I want TJ Perkins in the game. I want Rich Swan.
Oh, they weren't.
I don't want to. Yeah, no, they were. This is before. This is way before the Cruiserweight title was up because WWE has a problem with the rosters. Usually is WrestleMania time roster. So whoever's in the roster by WrestleMania, they usually make the game.
Okay, gotcha.
If they're not in the roster, if they come in after WrestleMania, they're not in the game because they do have to make the character modes. They do have to do all that shit. So I understand that point. But they should also take a note from what NBA does, especially 2K, because 2K is their biggest franchise, and how they update the roster all the time.
Yes. Yeah, that became a thing a few games ago.
And then
constantly do that.
And then look at games like Mortal Kombat. Look at Injustice. Give us DLC characters. Like you could make this game. You could stretch this game out for maybe 2 years if you gave us monthly DLC characters.
But then doesn't that defeat the purpose of it being a yearly sports game? Because that's what they turned into.
I feel like it shouldn't be. I feel like they should go back in the drawing board for like 2 years and really develop something new.
You think it should become a game again and not where it's headed, where it's a simulation of wrestling?
I kind of miss, like, again, like when you had that space of customization and what these games have. I don't think you need, especially if you could customize the characters and all that stuff. People are fucking creative on these things too.
Yes.
You don't need to have a yearly game if you can at least constantly upgrade it until the new game comes out. And that's the thing.
Gotcha.
NBA does it to this day. NBA still updates the roster until the new game comes out. Even if there's no NBA going on, they're still updating the roster with all the free agents, all the trades, and shit like that.
But see, they still do a yearly game too. So
Yeah.
I guess, but that's because they're like, that's how the contracts work.
Yeah.
If you don't make a game a year, somebody else gets it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, but WWE doesn't have that problem.
No. But my big thing is like, yo, just learn how to spread your DLC better.
Okay.
Don't give me a DLC with the old guys. I really don't want these old fucking legends. I really don't.
I figure.
I'm tired of
them. Let them go. Let them go.
I would not play as Lex Luger. I would not play as Bam Bam Bigelow.
You wouldn't play as the Lex Express.
I hated Lex Luger.
Even the narcissist. Come on.
The only ones that I actually will use and play as is Austin, Rock, maybe Brett, Shawn Michaels.
You wouldn't play as Coco Beware. Come on.
I won't. He'll be a permanent jobber.
Okay, let me just list to you some legends that I would actually play in a game, but they're terrible. I would play the Bushwhackers because I used to love the Bushwhackers.
Yeah,
they're terrible.
They're terrible.
I would play Doink the Clown.
Doink can actually be good.
He's terrible.
He can actually be good though.
I would play Crush.
And
he's awful.
Yeah, he won't be in the game.
No, he'd never be in the game. No. So they coming after you, man. They know you don't want it. WWE sending the cops at you.
All right, enough of my WWE 2K18 rant. But that's my little thing. I wish there's a lot of things they could do with that game. There's a lot of times that they can do it because, again, the way the systems are now, you could constantly update your game. So
yeah, I think they should just destroy the whole model and go back to what they were doing in like the N64 days.
That's the hardest thing too, because it's not the same creators, it's not the same company that.
I don't mean the engine. I mean, obviously you can't do that. Those guys are scattered all over the place. But like, the model of those games was, we're gonna give you one big ass game until the next one, and so you do that, and then you put on top of that the ability to add through DLC, and it's like it seemed like a win-win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You could get what you want, the other people get what they want, but then you always get the update.
Yeah.
So you're never like, man, listen, how come 18 is so different from 17? Because they got rid of all these 5 things that I used to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what happens, dude. Like you gain one thing, you lose half of it.
I don't know. I don't even know how they decide what's the better types of modes and stuff to keep. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, and I feel like the Punjabi prison is going to be in this game, and I really don't want that.
Well, I mean, that means that Kali should be in the game too, right? He should be a hazard. You can only turn him on when you pick the Punjabi prison.
When you pick Jim and Maul.
Yes. It's like a special stage. It's like Vega with the cage. There you go.
Like Marvel's Capcom with the bonus character.
Yeah, he just pops out. He's your assist.
Yes.
Just puts his hand through the cage.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. So WWE 2K18. Yeah, that's my little rant. This week, there's this game from the guy that did Gears of War. He's the creator of Gears of War.
Cliffy B.
Yes, he has a new game for PS4 called Lawbreakers, which is pretty much Overwatch and Bulletstorm having a love child.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of flying, there's a lot of like gravity shit, so you're always flying around, and you have different classes. You have 2 rival things, and they both have their own class. There's like 6 classes, and they all have a character for each class.
So I'm trying to get a sense of what type of shooter it is, because I know you say Overwatch with all the flying, with the addition of flying and stuff.
Yeah.
But did you ever play like Unreal Tournaments? I want to say 2003.
I will say it's very similar to Unreal Tournament. When I was playing it, it reminded me of Unreal Tournament, but it's a first person.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think maybe that's probably what this might be. Because all right, you could tell me, is it objective based a lot?
Yes, it's like they have someone called This Ball, which is kind of like soccer. It's kind of like
Okay.
soccer, but with guns. And then you have territories, which usually is
What's that, like King of the Hill?
yeah. And then they have uh, capture the flag kind of thing with these with satellites.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have these little objectives. Again, it's a beta, so they don't have everything out. I don't feel like this is going to have a single player because it's only going to be costing $30, which is a good thing about it. That's only going to be $30. And I think they're doing the same thing what Overwatch did. You could buy boxes and colored your characters and things like that.
Okay.
There's not really like a leveling system that you can make your character unstoppable, but you can just change the colors of clothes and colors.
All right. So it's not gear. It's just your aesthetics.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I heard
like
somebody talking about.
I know Jenkins had a big love for this one character because she looked like RoboCop.
Lawbreakers is pretty good. She does have a skin that looks like RoboCop. It's pretty great. Hi, everybody. It's Commander Farrell.
Yeah.
Lawbreakers is a very fun. The love child of Bulletstorm, and in which, well, it's not a bad analogy of that.
Yeah.
It's of like Overwatch. It's definitely a new entry into the arena shooter. It's definitely based on velocity. It took me a little while to get used to the movement abilities in the game, which for the particular character I play with, his combat medic is the class. And yeah, her ultimate skin is the one on the bottom of the list. It's called Prime Directive, and it's totally a RoboCop skin. She has the mask and everything. It's pretty dope. She has these two little floating orbs on the side of her that she can throw out to her teammates that do healing. And if you have healing, they give you a little bit of shielding.
Yeah.
She has a grenade launcher, and her alt gun is a little pea shooter thing that shoots bullets. Interesting thing I found out about the game that talking to our man Julio about it. If you hit down on the D-pad, the guns fire backwards, like behind you, without you having to turn around.
Oh.
Okay.
Which is a super interesting thing. And her ultimate ability is this big giant like bubble shield thing, a kinetic barrier type thing, so projectiles can't shoot in or out of it. I noticed. But fun times. I like the game. $30 is not a bad price for that. I'll probably be picking it up.
Okay, cool.
I wasn't that into it, so I probably won't. I'm not into those kind of like I don't know. It takes a lot for me to get into those kind of games.
Maybe it's like you have to have a team or something to play.
Yeah, and I know for a fact like the continuity of playing with certain guys and shit like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna even bother.
Right. Certainly, I'll just catch me up. 2-second catch me up. I missed about 17 minutes of this.
I had a big rant on WWE 2K18 Seen Enough Edition.
Did you?
And then
not a made up thing.
And then I also had a rant about them learning how to update their roster and look at the likes of Injustice and Mortal Kombat and games like that could easily and then add more DLC to their shit. Not only had their season pass, but they added more towards the season pass down the road.
Emulate the good things, leave out the bad things. I hear you.
Exactly. And that was my rant. But Lawbreakers, you played it a little bit. It was fun. It was fun for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
for me, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it's a welcome addition to what else. For me, it's a welcome addition. It's definitely something else that's approaching that genre because we know that even though debatable or arguable that Battleborn was similar but not the same thing. Not to discredit Paladins because it's definitely in that arena fighter business. That's definitely a direct competitor to Overwatch, but kind of in a space where it's not. I kind of feel like it's in a space where it's just not. It's supposed to be competing with Overwatch, but it's just not. You know what I mean? But it's definitely an option.
That's why I brought up the Unreal comparison because that's what Cliffy V helped make.
Unreal, there you go. It definitely has
that. That's why I was
Unreal
saying,
feel.
Unreal. Like that's why I was asking if you ever played the older Unreal. So I don't think it's like definite competition. It's just like, it's been a while since there's been an Unreal tournament.
Right. I kind of feel like the new Quake is more like the Unreal than this game is. If you've seen the most current Quake, but
Quake for what now?
I think it's just PC.
Oh, you mean
I don't think it was on console.
the one that's going to be hero based though.
Yeah, I think isn't it out currently?
Oh, it might be out for beta.
Pretty sure it's out already.
So I wouldn't be the first to tell you to know what's going on the PC side.
Right now, I hear you. But anyway, we can move on. I like it. Definitely, I agree with Deadpool over there. Merc with the mic is that it definitely is not for everybody, and it's okay not to like it because it has its things. If you're not into that kind of thing, pass it by.
But the price tag is not bad.
No, it's like I said. Like I agree.
Usually they'll charge you $60.
Yeah, like Overwatch is $60, but arguably it could have been cheaper. Well, technically it was. The Overwatch was actually $40. Like if you buy it on PC, $40. If you don't buy, but the only thing they pushed retail was the $60 edition that you get the legendary skins for 3 of the characters when you buy the game. Or Origins edition, right? The retail packaging was the Origins edition. They did charge a full $60, but you can still get that full game for $40 and not lose anything except those Origin skins. You don't miss a character. You don't miss any gameplay features, literally, because that's what I bought it on PC. I bought the Origins edition on the console. On PC, I said, $40, why not? So there was definitely a double SKU. I don't think a lot of people knew about for Overwatch.
Yeah, I got the Origin edition.
Yeah, man.
I got it off Amazon, and it was $40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then you got a deal.
Yeah, because it was $49.99 when brand new, and then with the 20% off, it came out to $40.
Don't you just love those deals they give you?
Yeah, those magic sales.
Yes.
Gotta stay away from GameStop.
Wait, because could I just branch off for a second? Talk about how Jeff Bezos looks like. Oh God, what's his name? The guy that played J. Jonah Jameson.
What's his name? Holy crap!
See, now I'm blanking on his name.
Really blanking on his name right now.
John C. Riley or something?
No, it's
like
J.K. Is he? He's
J.K.
Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, he looks like you. All right, do you remember the pictures when J.K. Simmons got super buff?
J. Jonah Jameson.
When he got buff for that other game, that when he was a coach or something.
I forgot what movie it was, but you see the pictures of him with those massive arms.
Yeah.
And the bald head, and now Jeff Bezos, which is the owner of Amazon, he looks just like that now. It's fucking hilarious.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's funny because it's
so
like
he looks like
a
So he looks like a buff Lex Luthor. He's the head of Amazon. Let me find out. We just creating supervillains. They just taking roles.
They show what Elon Musk used to look like. He looked way different.
Amazon's the front for the creation of kryptonite.
You think so?
Yep.
Well, I think
he's
he's
going to create kryptonite. You said
he's creating kryptonite. And that's
the front.
He's selling goods in discount prices to create kryptonite.
That means that Elon Musk might be transformed into Brainiac because you need somebody with all that brain power.
Elon Musk is the head of Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Is that what's the name of the guy? The other. It's funny. I like that we gone off this tangent because it's perfect. Because you look at the guy from head of Amazon.
He's also
Elon Musk
head
of Tesla. That's what I mean. Is he also the guy with Who's the head of the guy? The head of Virgin.
Not anymore. He had to sell his shares. Richard Branson.
He let go of Virgin. So Richard Branson is the head of Virgin.
Richard
and
Branson
SpaceX is not Virgin anymore because Virgin has Virgin Galactic.
Yes.
That's their Virgin Galactic is different than SpaceX. Okay. Virgin Galactic is just the consumer level fly up into the high orbit for people who have millions of dollars who want to go into space briefly.
Or
that's what Virgin Galactic is. SpaceX is the reusable rocket technology that's going on with Elon Musk and them, and they've re-landed fucking rocket modules on fucking floating pads in the ocean. The future is nigh, people. Are you hearing this shit I'm saying? This is not science fiction. I'm talking. This shit is happening. Mm-hmm. Reusable rockets, so we no longer just spilling out space debris floating around the fucking planet. It's just a big cloud of shit in it. It's space floating around the planet. It's hilarious.
Space poop.
We have our own
fucking satellites that have died, that haven't broken up in the atmosphere.
They're too light to come down, too heavy to go anywhere.
But just think, Elon Musk. You ever watch the Tesla stuff, like the smart home stuff? Like he wants to put these newfangled fucking solar panels on all these houses that are super cheap to make, and they just to just work, and then like these smart homes, and everybody has a Tesla, and the fucking garage door open, and the car comes out for you, just autonomously.
Does he have like a presentation for all that stuff?
There was a whole presentation for that. This dude, like, he was on stage in this little fucking made community. They call like Future House, like the whole houses and stuff he built and shit like that for these solar panels. You see them, then his presentation is in the middle of like this cul-de-sac. And each one of the houses have a fucking Tesla in it. I just look up, I think, Elon Musk talk about solar, smart houses, something like that, about advanced integration. You should be able to find it. It's not the best footage. I think it's like a grainy footage. I'm not 100%. I know I came across the video looking up some stuff. I'm like, what is this? And you just see, like, the fucking garage door opening, the car comes out by itself, just rolls out. It's like, come on now.
Well, that's this whole thing is
technology.
Driverless cars.
What's up?
All these houses, when they build all these, like, these are very convenient houses and shit like that. They build it on like a very light plane that has no like crazy storms or earthquakes and shit. You don't see the real effects of these damn houses and how fast they will break.
Well, some of them. That depends on. It depends on. Right. It depends on where you build a house. You build your house and how you build it for the area that you live in. People who build houses on the places that have heavy rain and tsunamis and don't get fucking flood insurance and don't build strong enough foundations for the house, it always seems silly to me. Like, oh, I lost everything. But you live in a zone that flooded out like 2-3 years ago. Like, this is the place that this happens.
It's going to happen again.
But that's the only bad thing about having lack of foresight of the weather is that we can't predict these anymore because you don't know where it's going to happen.
Well, because of the current change we're in the middle of, right? Because things are shifting.
In the past 5 years with the weather the way it's been, is like you could live anywhere and anything could fucking happen. So
I don't know, man. We did have that. Yeah. Like, was it 2 years ago that we had like fucking 2 nor'easters that were ridiculous over here? Just crazy amounts of rain. But if you in New York and you built a house in the city and an earthquake happened, no one can go, oh my God, why weren't we prepared for this? Because when was there an earthquake in New York City? You know what I mean?
I can't tell you.
It can be recorded, and it's probably fairly recent. But when has there been one that did damage? You know what I mean? The one where you're sitting in your house and the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Like the Californians have all the time. They'll wake up in the morning with a little shake. Why's my silverware? Oh, okay, we're having a thing. All right, it's over. We haven't even had one on that level, as far as I know, where you actually felt something. Forget major damage where shit is falling, buildings are breaking, but just one where you felt it. You get what I mean?
I think the last one that did any type of damage was like in the 80s. So that's a long time. That's like, what, 30 years ago?
So what you're saying, the Warriors did it? Wait, they're the 70s, wasn't that? Yeah. The fucking Warriors was 70s, wasn't it? Damn, bad show. Anyway, I take it back. Give me your joke back. Fucking A. There you go. There we go. I can't sandbag it any harder. I got my Bayonetta amiibo, by the way. Happy about that. Fucking
does it do anything for Splatoon?
No, unfortunately. It does stuff for Smash Brothers, but not for Splatoon.
Because it's for Smash Brothers.
It is for Smash. Yeah, I got to go get the other one. I got the one with the short hair. I got to go get the regular Bayo one.
You could get. I think you could use it on Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get like random items.
Gotcha. Just random.
Like Mario gives you rupees and meat.
Nice.
And marshmallows.
Quick.
Did they announce when the game is coming out? Is Bayonetta for Switch coming out?
They haven't actually announced anything yet from Platinum, so we're waiting to see.
It's all hints.
Right, exactly. It's like with the Vanquish, you get the hints, it's coming. They just haven't made the official announcement yet. I know. This week,
maybe
right. Exactly. We know that Bayo 1 is free for Xbox Live. For people on Xbox One.
So it became backwards compatible.
For August, so that's fantastic. I'm going to download that again. I bought it on Steam. so I could have it forever. But I'm gonna download it free on my Xbox. I could play through that again, but I still haven't played through 2. So I'm hoping the Switch is cross my fingers where I'll get my opportunity to play 2 and enjoy that fantasticness. Switching gears to movies, if you don't mind. Me and the
I
wife
just wanted to
saw.
talk about Splatoon before we go into.
No,
Yes,
please.
Splatoon came out not so long ago. They just started adding their update recently.
Yeah, it's been out a week at the moment. It's been out about a week. It came out. Go ahead.
I've been doing the salmon run.
I'm mad I missed it with you, but as I said before, I went out to the movies with the wife. So back to that. Tell me how it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's pretty much their horde mode. It's like you teaming up with people and you're fighting these big ass villains and all that shit. And you just gain these sparks and you bring them into a little basket and you keep doing it. And you go through different waves and shit like that. It's a lot of fun. You gain weapons to they randomly pick weapons for you, and then you go through that. And each wave you have a different weapon.
I did not know that. So it's like you don't get a custom loadout. You just like, hey, you try it with this now. Adapt.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
definitely must be teammate because you got to see what each other have. Or like, all right, you got to do this. You got to, even though there's no talking because the Switch.
Oh, that's just weird.
It's really bad. It's retarded.
Not being able to actually communicate
about that. Oof.
And the fact that there's no. I could, I could be fine with it if Splatoon did things like every other game of that genre, and AKA a shooter, a squad-based shooter would do. There's no gesture like group up here or
no. They have hey.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey.
They have hey, come here, and they also have over there.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
I did not know that.
They do.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, because I'm like,
do have that. And then you see a little bubble saying it, so you know exactly where they're at, where they're saying it.
Okay, so that pops over the head like fucking Phantasy Star.
Yeah. Hey.
Can you draw a picture?
Nice. Yes.
Can you draw a picture of an angry squid face?
Not on the fly, but you could.
And then the event this week was mayonnaise versus ketchup.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. The Splatface hasn't actually.
Well, you can vote now.
I can't. I voted for ketchup already, and then that's the team I'm going to be on.
Yeah, I voted for ketchup.
Hey,
I love the. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a question about the bosses because I asked earlier, like,
in the single player.
Yeah, what do they look like?
Okay,
they're huge.
Who are they?
Well, the first boss that we fought is like a bunch of. It looks like a bunch of bread cases.
Really?
Now you're talking about the. Sorry, you're talking about the single player. Or you're talking about the
single player.
Or are you talking about the salmon run? Because salmon run is the bread thing, right?
No, the single player, the one of them is the bread thing that he like launches out, and you got to climb up and hit the squid hand. It's all squid hands. It's like a squid inside of this big thing, and you get the squid, and they all just have different armor and shit. With the salmon run, they're different. They're the salmon, but they're in different vehicles and different things. There's a big ass like seal that throws bombs off his head, and you need a gun to like blow it up, and then that's how you kill him. There's ones that you gotta throw like grenades into like the missile launchers, and then they bring it down then to kill it. There's ones that have like a little armor truck, and you gotta go behind it to kill it. Things like that. So there's a lot of strategy, and you also gotta know your weapons, and hopefully your team knows the weapons they need to use to kill certain people, and the other ones know how to need to kill certain ones also.
Hold on. Okay. So it's giant squid that have weapons?
Yeah, in the main stage, it's a big ass squid inside a big ass thing, and it has weapons.
And then the other one's like a squid in a truck?
Well, the other in the salmon run
I'm just trying to get like a general thing, because you know how franchises have sort of things that they pop to you, and you look at them like, hey, I know Bowser is Bowser because he looks like this thing.
Well,
he's a bad guy, so I want to know what they look like.
Well, hold on. Is it a squid in the things in the single player, not the salmon one? I'm talking about in the single player story. Because I thought we were fighting octolings. The octopus.
Octopus. Yeah, they're octopus people. You're squids.
There we go. So like we're squids. So like, why would we be fighting other squidlings?
So they're fighting octopus, and they're all inside these big ass things. They're all different. Every time you go to a different world and get all the sprites, all the bosses are different. And they all have a different weakness and things like that.
Okay.
It's an interesting story. Canonically, it's just a race war of Inklings versus Octolings, and it's By the way, if you didn't know that Splatoon is post-apocalyptic, this is thousands of years after the human race have done themselves in, and
Really?
the squids have evolved into this form of living and being fashionable. Yes, Splatoon is post-apocalyptic.
How about that? Wow.
Interestingly enough,
How come none of that's played up?
I wish it was.
The world seems so stylish, but none of the stuff going on is like I think
there's stuff in there. You have to. It's kind of like you have to seek it out.
You got to play the single player because the single player you get these pages which is kind of the story.
Right.
No, I'm just saying like how certain games there's elements that stand out.
That seems super interesting, but you got to go find it.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it, and now Jenkins, your movie.
Well, here's a weird thing about that though. Isn't Marina is an Octoling?
Wait, yeah.
Marina's an Octoling. She's an Octoling, and she's the forefront character. She's an Octoling. She has the little octopus hair. She's not a squid. And it's a weird thing. She's teamed up with Pearl, who is a squid. So it's an interesting thing because the way they really played up the Octoling, like this is straight up race war. We hate them filthy Octolings.
Really?
You know what I mean? And
okay.
So it's an interesting thing. But I guess it's the team up against the other races, and now it's about fighting the salmon.
Wait, please. Is this game voiced?
No,
it's voiced by
I
understand the Nintendo style. I understand, but I'm just saying. Oh, so okay. So you have to read these. You have to read these threatening things, and you have to hit. Oh my god, that probably is hilarious, though.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
The banter between Pearl and Marina is pretty good. Every time I load up my game and start up, and they give you an update, it's just pretty funny. Them talking about the ketchup versus mayonnaise thing was hilarious.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, so the writing is really good.
Pearl Pearl just kept getting on Marina about how ketchup is just jam. It's just she's
tomato jam.
It's not jam. He said tomato is a fruit and it's jam.
Oh,
shut up! And it's not. What? Leave it. It was just really funny written. You'd have to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And then she got on Pearl about the mayonnaise things. Like mayonnaise is nasty. It doesn't matter what it is. You can get it out of the fridge and put it in your mouth, and somehow it still tastes warm. It's just that was written in the. It was just really funny banter back and forth. This is also in the Squid Speak. So
you know who the creators of this game, right? Like who the team that's on this game? Jet Set Radio people.
For real?
Sense.
Yeah.
Wow, I see it.
It has that feel.
It's done with Nintendo, and they teamed up to make this game.
Wow.
It's a funny thing because that was a big controversy thing they were talking. Well, not controversy, just a point of contention. That in the single player, there's this mode in the single player in a lot of the levels where you can grind these rails. That's just not in the multiplayer for the maps.
Yeah.
Really?
Like you ink these ink trails and they zip towards each other.
Yeah,
and you can either swim through it as a squid or you can zip across it. It's like Grand Radio. You would slide across it and you can shoot things with it.
Nice. Wow. Jeez.
So they hyped up the single player.
It's a lot of fun. I've been playing the single player at work. That's like the game I've been playing recently. And then when I'm over, I've been trying to get online. I've been digging the salmon one, so I've been playing that more than the multiplayer. But I gotta get up to 10 so I can do the rank shit.
Right. So I've been playing almost exclusively. I played a little bit of the single player, but I've been playing exclusively multiplayer. So I'm like. For the time that I have played, I'm like rank 12 at the moment. And I only got up today because I needed to get up to rank 10 to play the league battles. The league battles so there's ranked matches. You had to get up to like level 4 or something 10. To play ranked. No, 10. You had to be 10, right? You had to be 10. You had to be level 10 to play ranked, and then you had to be. So when you play ranked, you start out. Everybody started as a C-.
Okay.
Right. And if you level up, you go from C- to C to B, B-A, and you have to be a B- to play league battles. And league battles is like, all right, you're so good, why don't you try out these league battles? They're super tight and very, very challenging. I haven't played my first league battle yet, but I have played rank enough to get up to B-.
Okay.
So interestingly enough, like there's the different. I had to sit down and actually learn the game modes because the general regular play is turf war. And turf war is just, whoever paints the most space wins. But in
Yes.
the ranked matches, there's 3 different game modes. There's like this tower defense mode where you have to ink this cube, and you have to ink the cube, and the cube will start moving covered in your ink towards the other enemy's base, and you have to ink the path and ink the checkpoints and get it there where it sits for a minute. And if it gets de-inked, it'll stop, or if it doesn't move long enough, it'll go back.
Okay.
So it's a big tug-of-war type battle
Mm-hmm.
that you got to do to the end. And there's another one called Rainmaker where you have to get this golden idol like fish thing.
Hold on, will
clothesline
you clothesline it? You beat me to it.
Right, pretty much. But no, you have to grab it, and your team has to get it to the goal, and then you got to ink it, and it's a tug of war because you're fighting for space, and it's really really interesting and intense. So you got to know which you got to choose, which weapon you choose, huh?
When you win, does money come down?
No, it doesn't.
And somebody screaming Rainmaker.
That'd be great, but it doesn't. But so yeah, it's very versatile. It's got a lot of game modes. It's fun, and just the dank memes, because I already watched a video about people just the memes inside, because when you are in the hub world, Inkopolis, everyone can put up their little artwork, and people have figured out how to do bit mapping. Okay, you wanted to ask about this? That's
the thing. That's why I was curious about the art.
So yes, a lot of people have figured out a way, because a lot of people are like, how the hell do you draw with Joy-Cons, or you can draw on the screen with a finger because there's no stylus input on the Switch because it doesn't have one. But a lot of people have figured out just to go line by line. People painstakingly sit there and go like pixel by pixel and create these things into this. So you get full-fledged, like you have the meme where it's that face. I think it's I forget whose face that is. I think it's Leonardo DiCaprio's, or if it's not DiCaprio, it's another one of those things. He's just making this face, and it's just put whatever quote next to that particular face to give you that mode. You know what I mean? Those memes.
Okay.
I love the face. I don't know if you know what an Ahiago face is in anime. It's just really like like an O face, and then next to it's wrote when she splats. It's just hilarious memes. You get Sonic and Mario shit all over the place all the time.
Yeah, I posted something recently with all the fucking artwork.
Right, yeah. That little video.
Let's talk about fan art. I'll send it to you on your Twitter.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of people fucking did a lot of things. Did they from Kirby to fucking movie ones to the Splatoon itself.
So
random shit.
Good.
The wife just reminded me. One of the memes was because of his mayonnaise versus ketchup. Someone had a picture of Patty Mayonnaise saying mayonnaise is nice from fucking Doug. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fucking great. I was like, it's so good. I just every time I load up the game, I just walk around the E Square and walk up to every inkling I can to see what artwork is up there. And it's cool too because if you start a game, there's one of the games that has a billboard, like a digital billboard, so you'll start the game and you'll see the artwork scrolling across it.
Oh, can you tag in that game? Can you tag like graffiti?
Well, no. What happens if you made an artwork and you're in someone's lobby, that artwork would appear in the hub world somewhere on a wall. So it will be actually tagged on a wall as some form of graffiti.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
if you so like that picture I set up Patty Mayonnaise, if I walk around the level, I'll find it on a wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Which is dope. So like I said, but in game, in games where there's a screen, you'll see it scrolling across the screen.
Dude, could you imagine a jet set with that feature? Holy shit! Just custom graffiti while you're playing. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think it'd be crazy if they did. It would be really cool for a new jet set. I think the Switch would be perfect for it.
There's rumors of a HD future
remake.
No, so future.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see because
future.
Because the original one got a HD remake like twice.
Yeah, I have.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So I think they're finally gonna do future, but I think the music was the problem. So we'll see.
All right. So it's the licensing, right? Because we ran out of the
Zombie.
So that's good.
I don't know if the second one has. I think the second one might have a remix.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's how you get around that. Speaking of music, now I'm gonna sandbag. Me and the wife went and saw Atomic Blonde yesterday, and I need to get that soundtrack. It's because the movie takes place in 1989.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just before the fall of the Berlin Wall. And it's one of those movies where it's like, oh boy, this is definitely was made completely with soundtracks in mind. Just the music in that it's like, yeah.
Is it?
By the
Is
way,
it
it's
at all
really good.
loosely based on a true story? Oh no, it's completely
No, it seems very, very. They use some actual names of people that exist, but I don't think it's based on a true story. I would have to look at.
Okay.
No, it totally said it was based on like a graphic novel.
Yeah, it's
It's
graphic
totally
novel.
right. It's a fucking graphic novel. Yeah, that came on. It did a John Wick thing that I liked. that
All right.
like the logos and stuff like that that appear in the film are all stylized.
It's the same
Like
director.
if ink. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that
If a
makes
location,
sense.
some shit like that popped up on the screen, it was very stylized. It was yeah, you're right. It was spray painted, like stenciled spray paint. It was pretty cool
Okay.
the way they handled it. Anyway, very fun movie. It's a super interesting. So I wasn't 100% what I was getting into. I saw the trailer, but I didn't actually know what it was. But you're getting a spy thriller, and it's pretty good. It was thought provoking. You actually, you know what I mean. It has good action scenes, but not as many as I thought there was going to be. But that wasn't wrong. The fight scenes were immaculate. They were impeccably
That's
done.
the thing. That's the thing that they.
Painstakingly done.
That's the thing that they
Like
advertise it on. Is that I thought it was like, is this John Wick's like a split off?
Right.
But then you say it's the director, and I go, oh, okay. So I
well,
see.
yes, the fight director, whoever they had for John Wick, same that care, whoever they use for like shit like that, like if you like that, and this is the type of fight. So let's to bring it back. Me, I like a particular type of fight sequences that I like that are portrayed well in movies. You know how I think we all in agreement. You, Jay Dizzle, there. We all we could agree. Are you guys fans of the fast, ridiculous camera where you barely see shit happening and it's like, things are being thrown and cameras spin all over the place? Or do you like more of a fucking structured, you see every hit land and very well choreographed?
I want to see every hit land. That's how I love my fight scenes.
It's just, like, that's why, the fight scenes in freaking, like, Captain America Civil War. The fight sequences in that movie were just fucking fantastic because they had weight to them. They felt good.
There's a thing with that. I don't mean to cut you off to derail.
Go for it. No, we're having a discussion. Go ahead.
To add to that point, the reason why those fight scenes are filmed with the fast jump cuts is because they never take the time to actually get the actors to learn how to do the things. So they know that when you put it on film and you see a person that doesn't know what they're doing, it's going to show more. So that's when they do all those cuts.
I get what you mean. But it's like I don't like it. Like that's why. So again.
That's
but going. Well, in the same vein, I'll go further back than Civil War. It's a reason why I like the fight sequences in not Bond. Well, the recent Bonds, yes, but not the Bonds. The Bourne series.
Yeah,
I like the fight sequences where it's 1, 2, 3, next person. I need to like when the fight sequences feel so dire. Like I like now. Let's be clear. I'm of two minds of this. Where I like in these type of movies where you fight somebody and you see the desperation. You see the desperation. You see that this is life or death, and there's weight here. Like you look like the protagonist or the antagonist are physically getting hurt. So you know what I mean. And the Bourne did that very well. Whenever he was being chased, his execution of his fight moves is like, "Get off of me." To the next person, get off of me. I gotta get out. Beat a man
up with a magazine.
Exactly. Like the desperation of using what you have to do. I love these fight sequences. That's not to say that I don't like. Let's flip to the other side of that. Well choreographed, extended fight scenes like in good fucking kung fu movies, where you know what I mean. This guy's fighting like 30 people is impossible, but it's done so fucking well. Like let's jump into a better vein of like Statham. Statham is on the vein where he can fight like 20 people. It's kind of ridiculous, but the execution of it is so well and it's so well choreographed that you just go with it and they're fun.
Yes.
His don't ever seem like, you know what I mean? You take the ride, you enjoy it, and it's fun. There's a medium in there that some people just don't know how to hit. And then I mean, so like I said, when you have those fight sequences, but now you explained it. I mean, it makes a ton of sense. I think
it's a problem with especially with women because when you look at Scarlett Johansson's scenes when they first got her,
you're right.
It was like taking out these cuts, and then slowly you notice after she got more training and she learned how to do this, on a better level, it stopped that immediately.
So to jump back to this particular movie, and I won't go too much into it. I don't want to spoil it for anything. Just if I'll stick with the fight sequences because that doesn't really spoil anything. I'm not going to say any names or any who she was fighting. It's just that they did a good job. Like I said, she was. I guess they made a big deal about her because I saw some of the video of her training for this, and you see it. The fight sequences are dire because for the most part, she's a thin woman. Well, she's not that small a woman, but she's a female and she's thin. She's not like super muscular or anything like that. So she fights a lot of men, and you see the struggle. You see what she has to do to compensate for size difference and weight difference.
Yeah. You see the
and they
skill
do
level.
just a good job of doing that. And just like John Wick, there's times where it's like she wants to get away from the big dude immediately. Like, fuck all of that. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not my weight class. And it's just like the fight sequences, if you go see it just for that, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But the story is pretty good. John Goodman is fucking always stellar.
I didn't even know he was in the movie. Wow.
He's in the movie. What's his face? What's his face is in the movie? McAvoy. McAvoy is excellent in this movie as well. Okay. It's a really good time. It's a really good time. I thoroughly enjoyed that film. I definitely recommend taking a look at it. High five to Charlize Theron. I'd like to see Atomic Blonde and John Wick go at it.
That's what a lot of the rumors is, the fact that the same is under the same director and same movie studio.
How about they go back and do another Aeon Flux and do it right?
Oh my God! Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Let it die.
Let it please. I'm usually not. I'm usually on your side, but no, I'm with Jay here. Let it go.
Just keep it in the grave.
Animated again.
I never
give me an
saw
animated
it.
movie.
I never saw it, so I don't know how bad it was.
Give me an animated movie.
To be fair, I did see the Nostalgia Critic thing about it a while ago, so I know it was shit. But I
mean, did you see Ultraviolet? I mean, come on.
Yes, me and Arnold sat there and watched that entire movie. He was so upset. He was so upset.
I could imagine him sitting there looking at Ultraviolet like I watched Lucy.
Because that was at the time, I think, when streaming first started, and I think he bought that. We sat there and watched that.
I mean, the sucky part about the movie is, even back then, her fight skill, the choreography she had for the movies was decent. Her fight sequences were fine. It's just everything else about that movie.
That's what I mean. But you John Wick directed to direct something like that. I don't know.
You know what it does, though?
I guess not.
With the action scenes, with the director, what he's doing, I'm excited to see what he does with Deadpool.
Okay.
Right. He's the director of Deadpool, too.
Okay. And he's not like, because didn't everybody else jump ship over something?
They left, the casting of Cable. There was a big problem with the casting of Cable, and Ryan Reynolds didn't want the person they wanted to cast because they kind of wanted to go that stupid level with Cable. And he kind of wanted to take Cable kind of seriously, even though it's a funny movie.
That's the whole dynamic. Cable is supposed to be played straight.
Right. Yeah. He's the straight man and Deadpool's comedian. Like, that's the perfect thing.
And I think Josh Brolin, is a perfect cast for it. He
kind
of looks like him.
Who do they want? Forgive me. I'm sorry for jumping in.
I forgot who it was, but they was a big disagreement that he wouldn't fit the character. And it was just a lot of shit between the two. And then Ryan Reynolds, when they talked to Josh Brolin, he was really on board with that one.
Okay.
Because he looked at him, he was like, yo, you actually look like Cable. He wants him to look. Ryan Reynolds is doing a thing with Deadpool that he wants to keep it to the comic books as much as possible, and he doesn't really care how it is. Like, he put his money into this movie. Like, he wants to keep it the way he wants to put it.
He proved the concept.
I was saying, exactly. I was about to say, he's not wrong about the way he wanted to go about it the first time. So,
and then but TJ, that dude Miller, the one that directed the first one, he wanted to go big budget. He wanted more of a budget. He wanted to go more fancier, more shinier. And Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds wants to keep it the same style. Not a big budget, and just.
I agree. It should be kept as like a B+ movie, A-. He wants to keep it in that range because I agree. You get too much money, and too many people want to get involved with too many says. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna be the big Hollywood budget. All right, well, this person over here wants his logo shit in here, so let's make sure Sprite. He's holding a Sprite somewhere. You know what I mean? There's some bullshit like that.
Or a certain character becomes a spotlight, and it wasn't supposed to be. Yeah,
exactly. Let's look at this guy who's a tech head, but he carries his Microsoft Surface tablet. You know what I mean?
But
you know how they do it. You know how they do it, man.
But I think Deadpool's in good hands, and I'm looking forward to the fight scenes they do because Ryan Reynolds does a lot of his own shit too, so this is gonna be fucking crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's Thanos, though. Josh Brolin is Thanos, right?
And Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern, and
There you go.
But Infinity War is like now.
But you're not gonna
You know what I
notice
mean.
it because he's CGI the whole movie. He's not
I was about
human
to say,
form.
you won't
He's
even
purple.
notice him.
He's big and purple.
I hope not. He doesn't. Why is Cable purple?
No,
they've already shown Thanos, and he looks
Thanos
nothing like
is
Thanos.
fucking huge.
No,
They've already shown what he looks
I
like.
understand. I know who the character is. I'm
And he's
joking.
bald.
But you know what? I still
He's
I'll
always
pull.
bald. He can't have
I'm about to
that.
say.
But you don't have they didn't have the headpiece on him.
No, I'm just saying Thanos can't ever have hair. It would just.
No,
look
I'm
too
just
weird.
saying. But like
It'd
if they would have
silly.
gave him hair, he would look like Cable.
Oh no.
Quick question, right? That'd be hilarious. Quick question: do we know what's going on? Just a random question. We can continue on. What's going on? What's happening with the X-Men series at this point? Are they just pushing the whole Inhumans thing? Is there another canonical movie supposed to be coming?
Well, in Marvel's cinematic universe, the X-Men don't exist, and they are doing the Inhumans and things like that. For some reason, I didn't know that Marvel Universe owned the rights for the Super Skrulls, and they're adding them into the Captain Marvel universe, and they're going to be introduced
in the movie, in her movie.
Yeah.
Dope.
I thought they were owned by Fantastic Four, so Fox had them, but I guess
didn't they kill Fantastic Four?
No,
Fantastic Four
yeah,
dead.
you know what? But
franchise-wise, I mean,
Fox
you know what I mean.
owns the
No,
rights.
I think they're actually dead, right?
No, Fox still
They came
owns the
back?
rights to it.
They split up.
No,
They
I
split
mean,
up.
they split up in the
In the comic books,
They split up.
Yeah. Thing
They
is in
split.
Guardians. He's been in Guardians for
Right.
quite some time, and actually
Okay.
a fun cast member of it. Human Torch is with the Inhumans and Avengers, and then Reed and Sue are just gone. They're in the negative zone.
Is that the code word for Fox?
Yeah, exactly. Then
Code
so
word for
negative.
Fox. They're in the Fox zone, coming at you.
They're in the negative zone, racing their children.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Shit.
I want to know
What's up?
when Reed had the time to have all these kids, because she got like 4 kids now.
Really?
Yeah,
It's more than 2?
there's 4 of them.
shit.
There's 3 girls and 1 boy.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Well,
No, 2 boys, 2 girls.
so they're over there raising their super mutant children.
Yeah,
They all have powers too? I don't
yeah,
know.
they all have powers.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, they do. You know what? There's a little big thing that's going on in comics right now. The continuity of stories is just annoying the shit out of me.
I can imagine.
One, the Hulk Wolverine thing.
Is that so? That was a real thing.
It's happening. Yeah.
My cousin sent me the stupid what's it called? Weapon X? No, not Weapon X.
Weapon
Weapon
H.
H. Oh my God! So there's this picture.
Excuse me.
I need to send it
What's
to you.
that? What
Weapon
is
H is a big giant gray Hulk with Wolverine claws and spikes coming all around his adamantium spikes coming all around his body. Weapon H. So they clone Wolverine and Hulk together somehow. It's
When?
stupid. I saw it and I couldn't believe
It
this.
comes out this fall.
That sounds like the 90s.
Weapon
It
H.
sounds
baby.
like
You know
it
what?
sounds
ready.
like, and I bet it looks like the 90s.
You know what? I'll tell you this much. Like right now, the way comic books are going right now is going back into the 90s when Marvel.
We're gonna have that bubble pop. The bubble's gonna pop.
Yeah.
Too much shit.
When
Yeah.
Marvel started selling their rights, and that's how come Fox still owns X-Men.
This is how they go bankrupt again, but they can't because they got that Disney brella.
But
Weapon
yeah, they have
H just
stupid
makes
shit
me-
like that.
I'm gonna
Another
rant.
one. I know.
Go
I
ahead,
got another one.
Go for it.
Fucking
How was
America.
that?
Oh yeah, he's a yeah.
Wait, say it
yeah.
again. You faded out on me. What is he?
Batman is a metahuman now.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
He has
Yeah.
powers.
yeah.
Is this a different person?
No, it's Bruce Wayne.
Is it not Bruce? Is it not Bruce Wayne?
It is Bruce Wayne.
You stop it.
Yeah.
You no.
That's
I wrote a thing
No.
on Julio's post. Was like, this is the reason why comics is not doing good, because they keep doing stupid shit like that.
First he was a
Rad
Gundam.
ideas.
Then he was a god. He was a Gundam. Then he was a god, and now
You
he's a
know,
medic.
the God thing made sense because he sat in the chair of Brainiac. He didn't get powers and shit like that. Brainiac just stuck him, and he was able to see a lot of things that he wanted to see. Once he got off the chair, he wasn't a god no more.
Okay, so that's fine. But what about him being a mech suit? But that was Commissioner Gordon.
That was Commissioner Gordon. That was another
Commissioner Gordon.
Somehow young Commissioner Gordon, but that's another story, another long story that I don't.
So he was a superhuman samurai, Samurai Squad for a little bit.
Pretty much. And then you had Batman, then you had Robin coming back with powers, and now you have Batman with powers.
Wait, Robin? Which one? Damian?
Damian, yeah.
That's fine. I would think there would be some adverse effects to the Lazarus Pit and bullshit like that.
Yeah, okay.
Has nothing to do with the Lazarus Pit, though.
All right,
nothing to do with the Lazarus Pit?
No.
Isn't the reason Batman have powers because of his resurrection or something?
No.
What happened to him?
It's
why is he a metahuman?
It was something that had to do with this. I don't fuck. It's something with Flash. It's always Flash's fault.
It is. Doesn't it keep changing timelines and shit?
Yeah, it's something that Flash did. I'm just gonna blame Flash because I don't remember it surely.
Wait. So Flash did something. Batman has metahuman now. He was affected by the Speed Force. Is Batman a speedster?
No.
Is he?
He has.
Is he Bat Flash?
He could heal. He's a healer and he has strength. He has more strength and shit now.
They just want an excuse for him not to really take battle damage anymore. I think
just
that's really
doesn't
what it is.
make any sense. His whole appeal, besides the dark and brooding, is that he's the human who's doing what he has to do in this world of craziness. You take that away, what is he? You take that away, what is he? He's just a metahuman now. So, what is that? I don't get it.
He's the human that every godlike character has fear of.
They should. Exactly. That's his appeal. He's super smart. He's very calculative. He calculates. He plans. He is, even as silly as it is, I'd rather him still has the utility belt that has every fucking answer to everything in it. That's still more better than him having powers.
You know what I call Batman? He's the power of humanity.
There basically. You go.
When you fight with gods and speedsters and lanterns,
he fights with a spirit bomb. Barry, let me borrow your strength, everybody of Gotham, and I'll get through this situation. That's what I want to hear from Batman. Not, I took that bullet wound. I'm going to heal up in 2 seconds. No, I took that bullet wound. Let me spray this gel shit to cauterize or fill up the wound until I get back and Alfred can sew me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Alfred should be a metahuman.
I wouldn't be mad. I mean, at least I would keep him from dying.
Like, it'll explain. I could explain that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, they explain that he has healing powers.
Mm-hmm. MI6, right?
That's what I said. That would be great if he had. If that explained why Batman survives these encounters. If he can just make it back to Alfred alive, he gets healed up. Yeah. I'll take that. That's better than him healing himself.
Yeah.
That explains why Alfred looks like he's 97 and still kicking.
Yeah,
it's gonna fuck up that whole relationship between Batman and Superman with fans. Whereas people always say it, but Superman's a god. I can't relate to him. You know how it is on a character level. People will say, I can't relate to Superman. I don't like him. He's a god. Like what? That's not a person.
And because of the way Batman is, you can't put him in the same vein as like Spider-Man because it's not the same thing. Their experience is completely different. You can relate to Spider-Man because it's like he's just that. Hey man, he's the boy. He's just going through fucked up life. He doesn't have everything figured out. He's not a genius. He's not rich. He's smart. He's not.
Mm-hmm. He's
like what I mean. He's super smart. But no, it's not the. He's super smart, but he's not a tactician. You know what I mean? He's not like.
No, here's the thing. I mean, but the opposite is, how Batman always has a plan for everything. Is this Spider-Man? His plans always go to shit.
Right.
His life gets fucked up on the regular.
Yeah.
Right. And you relate to that.
And he broke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. He lost all that money?
No, he still has his money.
Okay.
Well, current Spider-Man has all his money, but yeah.
That's what I was saying. I thought he lost all his money. I'm like,
wait, his book. Oh, you know what? If I can recommend something, his book been really good.
Which one?
Amazing
Spider-Man? Okay.
Yes.
Is Dan Slott still right? Is Dan Slott still right now?
You shut up with Fuck Miles.
Or somebody else right now?
It's still Parker.
No. Is it Slott still right now? Because remember when they rebooted it?
Yeah, Slott's still writing.
I need to start reading it now because apparently I just got charged the $9.99 for my Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
I should have took advantage of that free week. Where was it during Comic-Con?
Yeah, it was a whole month free.
I did. I caught up on All New Wolverine.
Really?
Which I actually like. Yeah. So, well, as much as I could because it puts you about a couple of months back. Then you got to pay for issues. So
okay.
Well,
Okay.
you could just wait until the issues come out on it.
Right.
Like they come out every 3 months. The newer issues.
Mhm.
They add shit more. They add more shit every week.
Okay.
They have
Like
stuff.
you can buy the new issues right away, but if you want to wait to,
Okay.
One I would recommend read Moon Knight. Read Moon Knight.
Yo,
Yeah, I need to
I
do
got the
that too.
first issue of that. That thing is crazy. That's the one
Read Moon Knight.
where he's like crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're not reading Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I love Squirrel Girl, and I think I introduced
She's-
Squirrel Girl to so many
Are
people.
her books written well? Because I've never read it.
They're
Their
great.
books are great. They're great.
Okay.
She came in one of the all new Wolverine books. It's hilarious. She showed up to Laura's door in the middle of the night with a Wolverine in her arms. Didn't he need help? He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" She opens the door. It's like, "Is that a Wolverine?" Well, I thought that you'd feel more comfortable if you had, this person to talk to. She's like, I can't talk to Wolverines." She's like, "Well, I don't talk to animals." She's like, "What? Anyone could talk to animals. Anybody can talk to animals. Look, take a look at your little dog." And then the wolf, she looked at her. "I can't understand animals." It was just a really funny scene.
Wait,
was like,
can
oh,
Squirrel
okay,
Girl
then I
speak to
get it.
everything or just
No,
Squirrel?
this is their Squirrel.
Okay.
Just squirrels.
Just
But
Squirrel.
she's a joker like that. She's hilarious. Like she brought a Wolverine.
Yeah. I'm just trying to picture her with the Wolverine calm in her arms because those things aren't calm.
It was calm because it was a part of the storyline. It was genetically
Okay.
worked on and wound up becoming Laura and this other girl's pet for the series. But anyways,
Oh really?
yeah, it's pretty decent. By the way, they don't shy away. In all Wolverine, she just goes through some fucked up shit on the regular basis. Boy, I tell you that much.
Well, that's the basis of X-23 as a character. It's
You would think it lightened up, but no. Damn it, man! Just leave her. He's like, you get those Wolverines. It's like, man, leave him alone.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you're gonna be Wolverine, you gotta take all his burden because
you
he
pretty
gets
much
fucked
do.
up on the regular.
What was the thing about Squirrel Girl? They just casted her for the Warriors, New Warriors,
New Warriors, yeah.
the TV series. The chick that does the AT&T commercials, she's playing Squirrel Girl.
I wish I knew who that was. I haven't seen him.
Wait, the chick who does what commercials?
The AT&T commercials.
What AT&T commercials?
The AT&T commercials. The brunette chick.
Are they television only, or can we see them on YouTube?
I think it's going to be on Freeform.
I don't watch AT&T. Because every time you tell me you say AT&T, the only commercial girl I know that's the famous one is the chick from the Progressive commercials.
No, it's not her.
Flo. But I think she'd be too old to play Squirrel Girl. Yeah. So you said she's from the AT&T commercials?
Yeah.
I can need to pull on my iPad and Google that. But all right. I want to see Squirrel Girl in live action. Who's going to CGI her big ass tail? It's going to make me smile.
Oh, maybe it won't be CGI. It'll probably be practical effects.
I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with the practical effects ass tail because that'd be so that character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it would fit perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Squirrel Girl's fantastic.
Did they say how long they're gonna go?
What?
With the series or anything? How many? Like what arc or anything? Because New Warriors, it ran for a while, but then like if you think recently, it got dark. Because remember, didn't they start Civil War?
Yeah, the dude blew up.
Speedball.
Nope. I don't like it, Jade. She's too cute.
I'm fine with it.
Squirrel Girl is cute in the way of her personality, but she's drawn canonically. I don't know what you say. More home. I don't know. I better tread lightly by what I say here, right?
Awesome, you want to say?
Right? She's not. You know what I mean? She's not a bad looking girl, but she's not supermodel pretty. You get what I'm saying? She's not like that.
It depends who draws her. The current artist has a different take on her, but if you see the original ones when she first started appearing again, like in Deadpool and shit, she fits the look.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm all fine with it. The Great Lake Avengers. Check out the Great Lake Avengers because that's where she came from.
Yeah, I've never actually read that. Wasn't there like a big dude on that team too?
Yeah, she's kind of got the cheeks.
Barbara,
that's
was a supermodel chick that turned into a fat chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a supermodel that her powers she turned really fat and had super strength.
Wait, no, that's not the team with Elongating Man. I'm sorry.
Elongating Man? Yes.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
it is. Dude,
and then it has the Spider-Man that he's like the doorstep that you could go into different universes with him and shit. They have
what was his name?
Damn, I forgot his name.
All those characters, like they're slowly coming back to me, man. That
They brought
elongating man.
because they did it with Deadpool. They brought them back with Deadpool, and they got really popular because of Deadpool, and then they had their own little like mini series.
That's what I figure. Yeah, that's what I figure.
And they had Mr. Fantastic that was flat. Like he was 2D. He was like 2D.
That was like a thing that happened.
No, it was a version of Mr. Fantastic that he was flat.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
oh,
it's not Mr. Fantastic.
No, it's not him. But it's like the powers. Okay.
Wow. You know what's sad to me? It is completely non sequitur. Valerian didn't do very well at all at the box office, like for critics and for people who saw it. I'm a little sad about it.
Visually,
yeah.
Most of the things I heard was visually stunning, but it wasn't that great of a movie.
I feel like I have to see it for myself, and it's gonna be one of those movies where
I'm
gonna immediately see. I don't know. I still want to see it. Me and my wife definitely want to see it, so we're gonna do that. But I feel like it's gonna fall in as one of those. We liked it, but I will completely see why people didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
That falls in a movie we saw, like Jupiter Ascending. Me and my wife really liked Jupiter Ascending. It didn't do well at all. Is original IP. I like the story. I like the world they were building, but I could see where it fell flat. Like I told everybody, I had this conversation with Jay a little while ago, and I talked about, and I think I've said this on the podcast before. I feel like that Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum are not lead actors. They shouldn't have had the reins of that movie. Everybody deserves a chance, so I'll say they had their chance. You know what I mean there. But I kind of feel like they weren't strong enough to portray what needed to go on there. But that might not necessarily be just them, right? We have to pull back, and we can pull back and look at there might have been some direction issues. There might have been some writing issues there, just continuity issues just going on with the movie. So if all of those things aren't meshing perfectly, how do you act around that? You know what I mean? So, I don't always blame the actor. Like, I feel like in The Marine, I feel like John Cena was fine. I just think the movie was written like shit.
Okay.
The first Marine, when it came out, I thought John Cena did a fine job. I feel like, and when I saw the movie, I said, this wasn't his fault. I said, this was not his. You got a crap hand, you got to deal with it, and you roll with it until the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we know some people who can come out with some stellar performances and be in shit movies. Samuel L. Jackson does it all the time. He can be in fantastic, wonderful movies and do fantastic performances, and then he can just ham-fist it in there in some bullshit movies, and it's still Sam Jackson. And you guess, well, that's what that was. You know what I mean?
Exactly what you mean. Okay.
You mean was it The Spirit? Nothing he could have done to save that movie.
I gotta go back and watch that. I gotta go back and watch that.
Like Samuel Jackson. There you go. It's like this, and I can't blame him for that. There's a lot going wrong there.
Damn.
So, but I still kind of feel like seeing the stuff that they've been in, they're good supporting actors and actresses. I don't feel like they were leads yet. And they were given the reins on this really, really big budget movie that was Jupiter Ascending. And I'm like, you know what I mean? What can you do? You know what I mean? It wasn't, it's just like, hey, have all the money in the world. And what are you going to do? If the direction's not there. But that being said, I don't know what this. I have to go see this movie because I don't know if acting was one of the issues. From what I read, it just seems like it was kind of all over the place.
Really?
It's one of those where looking at the trailer, you can see that it's doing a whole lot of things. But I think it's all over the place for what it was. And it was, unlike Jupiter Ascending, this has basis. This has a book franchise.
That's what I was going to ask.
Jupiter Ascending did not have one.
Did this look like it was trying to start a trilogy or something?
I don't know that. So I don't know enough.
You can tell.
Yeah, it's 3 books, I think.
So I haven't
maybe
seen
people
the
aren't
movie.
feeling that anymore.
Yeah. Because
there's been a movement.
The visuals,
the
visuals of the movie looks fantastic. I kind of want to see it just for that. But the movie, like what I've read and what I heard from the movie, is really, really bad. Like the story wise and the character wise were fucking. I heard they were boring as hell.
Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna say, like, I know people are fresh off the Hunger Games, and what was it before that? It was like Twilight or something. It was like,
well, you've had some people aren't fresh off the Hunger Games.
Harry Potter's and all. I'm just saying, like, literally, there's been tons of. This movie is really just a vehicle for 3 other movies. Yeah. So I wonder if it's tiring because you said Jupiter Ascending was last year.
No, Jupiter Ascending was like 4 or 5 years
Oh, it
ago.
wasn't 4 years.
It was a while ago.
Maybe it was like 2 or 3. Let's see. Was
I
it
have to look it up for you,
maybe
but
it
I'm
was
pretty
20
sure it
maybe
was
it
a
was
good
2015.
while ago.
Okay, but anyway, my whole point was just like,
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
does it seem like that it was too? Well, you didn't see the movie yet, but I just wonder if that was the problem. If it seems too much like it's trying to be something bigger than it is, and it's not just a movie. It's like, oh, this is a vehicle. Let's get everybody invested
it
in
might
these
be.
characters for everything.
I mean, that's why I like a good world building. Like, I would like to see more of that. Like I said, from the trailers, it just looks like a feast for the eyes. Just like Avatar was a feast for the eyes. If you didn't see this movie called Ender's Game was an amazing sci-fi thing that had Harrison Ford in it.
Oh, that was pretty bad too.
And it wasn't a bad movie. It just didn't do well. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but I think it differed a lot from the books. I think it was definitely a graphic novel it was based on. It had a good story, and I give credit where credit's due. That movie had good child actors.
Okay.
And it's you know what I mean. I go like it's hard to have good child actors. That movie had good child actors, but it didn't do great. But it was definitely a visual spectacle with the space fighting and a lot of the cool things. The whole anti-gravity scene they had for the sports game they made for the film was amazingly done.
Okay, now I remember that. Yeah. Now I remember that.
Ender's Game I liked it a lot. I liked Ender's Game a lot, but I don't think it did very well at all.
Okay.
So we'll have to see. Like as for anybody listening, we're not passing judgment on this movie because we have not seen it yet. I want to see Valerian. I'm going to see it, but I'll probably see why it got the scores that it got. But I just try anything, man. I'd rather exist than to not exist.
I think they just got a bad rap because a lot of people are very touchy with the book. If it's movie based on the book, it ain't gonna be
fan bases, baby,
like that, and then be like, I ain't gonna see it because it's not gonna be as good as the book. And sometimes surprisingly, it surprised you, and then. But still.
I mean, that's why I got turned off by the Hunger Games. I read the first book and watched the first movie, and it was just sad.
Yeah,
I just wanted to hit you up with an update that it was last year that Jupiter Ascending 2 was announced. So
yeah, I just saw that. But
it's gonna have a smaller budget. Yeah,
it came out in 2015, so that was 3 years.
Yeah, it was 2 years. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah. It felt longer. There, I said it.
Mm-hmm.
But
because you had a lot of books.
So there's another chance. So
okay. So let's talk. We're still talking about movies. I'll jump into this because I told this to Jay, and I have to reserve my full judgment until I finish watching it, which I'm going to do tonight. But I want to introduce you to, because I want to get you to opinion on it, and I want you guys to come on this ride if it becomes a thing. There was one element. I've watched part of the new movie, The Mummy, and that's the introduction to the Dark Universe.
No, the Dracula one was.
Which one was it?
Dracula Untold.
Well, I didn't see Dracula.
That was
Untold,
the one
that was the beginning of the Dark Universe. Anyway, this movie started off with.
Wait, hold on.
Go on.
I don't know what the Dark Universe is.
Okay, so Universal is starting. They're getting on the cinematic universe game like Marvel and DC. Universal is getting involved in creating the Dark Universe. So they're rebooting all these characters. So I guess, like you said Dracula Untold was the first one. So apparently Dracula Untold was the first one. I guess this is the next one, The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Oh, shit.
So it's just, I think each movie is that they're canonical, and I guess they exist in the same dark universe.
So, wait, do they say what the next one is?
Supposedly they're supposed to be rebooting Frankenstein. They're supposed to be rebooting the Creature of the Black Lagoon. They're supposed to be creating.
Oh, come on! You mean to tell me nobody liked that last Frankenstein movie?
Werewolf. The werewolf. They're doing a werewolf movie. They're doing all those monster movies.
We just had Benicio del Toro. How many years ago was that?
Yeah,
that was the 2010 maybe 2012.
Yeah. But you know what? Talking about that, I'm not gonna watch The Mummy. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're not gonna watch The Mummy?
So I was watching this movie and I'm halfway through it.
I hate Tom
Cruise. And I'm enjoying this. It's about the retelling of this story of this ancient mummy creature brought back, and there's a secret society investigating it that he becomes a part of. Well, gets involved with because he's trying to figure out what this is, why he survived the plane crash in the trailer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you meet the mystery man behind. Spoiler alert for everybody, if you care about it all. You meet the mystery man behind this organization, and he is Dr.
Brendan
Jekyll.
Fraser. Oh,
it's not Brendan Fraser, but it'd be cool if it was Brendan Fraser. But the character is Dr. Jekyll, aka Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And I'm like, all right. The movie up to that point was I'm just in there, but then that happened, and I'm like, I think you may have me. Because if you're
Really?
making this a whole thing, like when they get to this guy's lair, there's a skull in a jar that has fangs in it. There's like a, you know what I mean? There's like
Yeah,
all these
yeah,
other.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you're looking around the scene, it's clearly, I think that entire shot was set up. Look at all this stuff here, because this is probably going to come back at some point in another movie. So I'm looking at everything, noticing things. Is like, all right, if you're going to be doing
Okay.
this, if you're going to be doing this, this is going to be interesting. So apparently, Dr. Jekyll, he's been using the serum to keep Mr. Hyde at bay. You know what I mean? And he's
Yeah.
part of this organization to basically police, control evil on the planet. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And I'm
really?
like, all right. If this is what the Dark Universe is going to be, and I may be all for it.
Yeah.
I
Are
need to
they?
finish the movie. I need to finish it to really see what's going to go on, to see how they leave off a cliffhanger for whatever could be next.
If
Now
this
I need to
is
go watch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
if this is Tom Cruise, a new League of Extraordinary Gentlemen,
That's kind of what it feels like.
this thing,
Yeah.
that might be cool. Because I'm sad. I'm sad we won't get a
No,
sequel.
that's kind of the vibe I was getting. It was like, if they were doing that, it would make me happy.
Yeah, the Invisible Man is played by Johnny Depp. They're doing Invisible Man. They're doing Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They're doing Creature of the Black Lagoon, Werewolf, Frankenstein. Right. They did Dracula already. They did the Mummy already.
I need to watch Dracula Untold, but I heard it was really bad. So
let the movies be.
No, Dark Universe though.
Fuck that Dark Universe. Unless you're gonna make a Monster Squad remake of this Dark Universe, I don't give a fuck.
Do it. I can't wait.
You know what? Don't even touch the Monster Squad. Leave Monster Squad alone.
Somebody's gonna do it.
It's people like me who perpetuate this kind of thing.
I hate you.
It's gonna be like a Goonies too.
Talking about this, last but not least, I just want to mention this movie.
Go for it.
I saw the trailer of this movie by Guillermo del Toro talking about the Creature of the Black Lagoon. That looks like the Creature of the Black Lagoon, and it actually looks like the character from Hellboy. There are a lot of rumors.
The blue guy.
Yeah, a lot of rumors saying that it is him, but I doubt it's him. But it looks like a BioShock kind of movie. That this deaf lady had a communication with this.
That movie, yeah.
I forget the name of the movie. Me and Jackie saw the trailer of it, and we loved it. And I was like, "Wow, this is going to be a beautiful movie when it comes out." And one person that I would not mind doing the Creature of the Black Lagoon is Guillermo del Toro. So I was like, "I'm fine with this."
Is this movie horror? The one you're talking about?
It looks like a mix.
It's not horror.
It's not. It looks like a story. It's more of a story. It looks like a drama, but it looks like it will have its horror elements because it's just he starts attacking and shit like that and things like that. But it looks like a beautiful movie. Like I'm looking forward to seeing it. We saw the trailer of Spider-Man.
Del Toro is one of those guys. It might not be the guy from Hellboy, but he's one of those guys that's ballsy enough to put a character that looks like him in it.
Yeah,
right. I mean, I saw that trailer too, and it was wonderful.
He's spoken out and said that he still wanted to make the rest of those Hellboy
movies. Shape of the Water.
There you go. Yeah.
The Shape of the Water is the name of the movie. I'm really excited for it. Is he doing the sequel to Pacific Rim or no?
Because I saw the trailer for that too. Pacific Rim 2.
I don't think he's on the. I don't think he's on the sequel of Pacific Rim.
The way the trailer looked like, I don't know if any of the original cast is in there.
No, because he's supposed to be the son of.
I think it's completely different.
He's supposed to be the son of Idris Elba.
Oh, okay. So then, we might be doing something completely different.
Yeah.
So I like it. So this looks like it's going on. They're going back to they got rid of the evil menace of the beast. I think it's going back to where they were just this league of robots that fought each other. You think that's what they're going back to? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So the next movie might just be mech on mech action.
Ew.
Sounds
dirty.
I can't wait. Got my towel.
Can we get that live action Gundam movie? I'm just saying.
I'm saying use that team. It could be a thing. I'm still waiting on Robotech until I die.
No, that'll happen. That's gotta happen. How old are they waiting for Toby to get? How old?
Didn't Toby?
He's not. It won't be Toby.
Doesn't he have the rights to the movie?
Well, he needs to produce it. I think it was between him and Spielberg. I think there was another one Spielberg had his hands in.
Yeah.
So.
And last but not least, did you guys see the trailer for the Player One?
Oh, Ready Player One.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. But I think you said you didn't like it. Listen, for me, I'm a big. Let's go for it. I'm a big fanboy. I geeked out. I geeked out hard. You showed me two things that I could never see that I ever saw. I see in the same freaking movie, let alone on the screen together. You show me Kaneda's bike from Akira riding down the street next to the goddamn DeLorean. You got me.
And I saw the Iron Giant and Master Chief team up. So I was like, all right.
You know what I mean? just to see. Like I'm seeing this, like I'm looking at the motorcycle go down. I'm thinking it's just a Tron bike, and then I looked at it again because they do, of course, the iconic turn.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That the bike does the slide. The foot, I'm like, oh, that's the bike. Oh my god! And then you get the scene coming down, all these cars racing down, and this goddamn DeLorean speeding down to the side, flipping over with the wheels going up. I'm like,
this is bullshit.
It was just made for me. It's just 88 miles per hour. Put my nerd glasses up. Excuse me.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this up because we're going for an hour and a half.
Yes, I'm glad I was able to make it.
It's extra. This is the XL edition of it.
You guys miss me?
Well, we didn't even get a chance to.
No, your ass is always around.
I don't know. I haven't been on for like 2 weeks.
No, you were on. You skipped one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were on the week before.
Yes. So I guess But I Swear.
Hey, man.
July 30th. XL edition.
Well, let's wrap this up the proper way. Where is everybody at?
RedCycloneInc everything.
Yeah, there you go. RedCycloneInc everything. Murph the Mic on SoundCloud and YouTube. And check out the Wrestling Babble on Facebook with also the RedCyclone Gaming on Facebook. A lot of boards, a lot of things being posted every single day.
We just did one today too.
We're growing and growing. We almost at 200 on RedCycloneInc, and we're closing on 200 on the Wrestling Babble as well.
Nice.
Keep it up. We're trying to get more content. We gotta get more. I want to get more involved, like more interactions and things like that. But we have some good people.
If you have the time, just link the videos I put up on YouTube in it too.
I always do.
Okay, cool.
Oh, they always get. Yeah, I always post them. I post them once you post them up.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, the Dark Souls, everything is on there.
Cool. All right, so that's RedCycloneInc on YouTube, RedCycloneInc on Twitter, SoundCloud,
WordPress.
WordPress, yeah. The videos go up there too. The Babble and this podcast go up there too.
Yes.
And Tumblr. So we got that too.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Next week, later.
Watch
that G1, y'all. Watch that
and
G1.
Also, and not forget, follow Jenkins.
Yep.
Say what you know.
I'll be around.
All right.
try to stay your distance on summer days because his mud butt probably makes him sick.
Oh my god. Bog bottom, swamp ass.
Bog
bottom.
A Ranger Cast. We'll be doing a Ranger Cast very soon, probably for the next 2 weeks. This will be the end of the Zordon era.
Okay.
Which will
Cool.
Turbo in space.
Sweet.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later.
All right. Peace.